There are individuals who believe they have the power to cause me hurt, but this causes me laughter, because they are unaware of my true essence. They do not have access to my thoughts and are unable to touch the things that truly belong to me. Life can sometimes be complex and stressful, full of numerous challenges to face, disagreements to overcome with friends and family, obstacles in the work environment, and the need to take care of our health and finances. Dealing with all these aspects can shake our tranquility. However, learning to act as if these issues do not affect us is crucial. Staying calm in the face of adversity is challenging, but we can take steps to deal with the situation. We can choose to pretend that these circumstances have no influence on us, acting in such a way that we are not dominated by them. In the course of this video, I will address why it is so beneficial to be distinct, thus enabling the discovery of more assertive solutions to life's challenges. We would be grateful if you would start by showing your support through a like. Each time you do so, you signal to YouTube that you enjoyed the content you watched. If you are new around here, be sure to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss all the valuable material that we are preparing for you. Epictetus believed that freedom was the most crucial aspect of existence. If we allow ourselves to be controlled by external people or situations, we do not enjoy true freedom. Learning to be master of our emotions is fundamental. Allowing someone to irritate us or steal our joy means making that person our master, and we become their slaves. Achieving freedom is significant, because by becoming independent of these factors, we gain freedom both externally and internally, becoming free from the influence of passions. We must strive to disengage ourselves from external forces that seek to control us. Remember, you possess the power to choose your behavior, as Viktor Frankl, the Swiss psychiatrist who spent 3 years in a concentration camp, demonstrated, showing that no one can deprive us of our freedom. We can make choices regarding our attitude towards any situation. Many contemporary psychologists claim that it is difficult to maintain a constant state of happiness in the face of challenging circumstances. However, this feat is achievable for those who have devoted efforts to their own development and practice techniques that promote the maintenance of calm, serenity, and joy in any scenario. Thus, we are all able to achieve levels of serenity in different situations, even if initially these feelings do not manifest internally. We can choose to maintain an indifferent attitude, choosing not to react and appearing that adversities do not affect us. According to Epictetus, the philosopher, when we begin to act in a certain way or direct our attention to something, we gradually become that which we attract. Epictetus argues that when we pretend that something does not affect us, we begin to internalize this posture, believing that the situation has no relevance for us. With practice, even if at first we do not immediately feel calm and tranquility, over time these feelings will become part of our experience. William James, considered the father of American psychology, pointed out that if we wish to acquire a specific quality, we must act as if we already possess it. He found that by believing and acting accordingly, this quality eventually becomes a part of who we are. Skinner's learning theory corroborates this principle, indicating that the higher the learning curve, the more time should be devoted to practice. Initially, we may decide that something does not affect us or is irrelevant, but it is equally crucial to keep track of our thoughts during this process. This will not succeed if you decide that something is unimportant and then regret or get upset about it in your thoughts. It is crucial to align your external behavior with a consistent internal thought pattern. For example, tell yourself that nothing affects you and nothing can affect you. Decide that no one hurts you, and you will not feel hurt. You have control over your thoughts, not external events. Understanding this makes the search for the force quite simple. If you do not believe that someone has offended you, you will not be offended. In addition, for someone to offend you, it is necessary to accept the offense. Therefore, if you start asserting that no one can hurt you and that nothing can disturb your serenity, this will eventually turn into a reality. You will realize the effectiveness of this strategy by convincing yourself outwardly that nothing matters, and then convincing yourself inwardly of the same thing. By perceiving yourself as calm and invulnerable, immune to circumstances and what others say, you will achieve true serenity. After this point, circumstances or people's behavior will no longer affect you. You will be able to maintain composure and serenity. What happens when we try to keep our composure? In a nutshell, various aspects of our life improve. You will notice a decrease in stress, as it is not the things themselves that disturb us, but rather how we feel about them. Do not forget that your interpretation of circumstances will also affect your level of ambivalence. If we learn to control our thoughts and behaviors, we will eventually be able to control our levels of ambivalence. If this occurs, we will be freed from external influences and have dominion over our internal states. The quest for freedom is a fundamental theme in Epictetus' philosophy. He believed that being truly free meant being independent of external conditions and controlling our internal emotions. Freedom is not only linked to our external situation, but also to the way we interpret and react to the situations we face. Epictetus uses the example of Viktor Frankl to illustrate the importance of choosing our attitude in the face of adversity. Frankl, a Swiss psychiatrist who survived a concentration camp, demonstrated that even in the worst circumstances, we can maintain the freedom to choose our thoughts and attitudes. This inner freedom allows us to find meaning and purpose even in moments of extreme suffering. Serenity is also a skill we can develop, according to Epictetus. He suggests that we can practice emotional indifference by choosing to act as if something doesn't affect us. Gradually, we become less susceptible to emotional disturbances. This practice does not negate the importance of dealing with emotions, but it highlights the need for us not to be dominated by them. It is a journey that requires effort and patience, but the result is to achieve true inner serenity. Epictetus points out that through this achievement we can be free regardless of external conditions. Throughout the text, he emphasizes the importance of controlling our thoughts and behaviors, reminding us that we are responsible for our own reactions and emotions. We can choose how we feel in life situations. The philosophy of Epictetus can be a valuable source of wisdom to face the challenges of everyday life and seek a more peaceful and meaningful life. The practice of serenity, emotional indifference, and inner freedom can allow us to live more consciously, responsibly, and resiliently. Thank you for watching, and we would like to hear your thoughts on this valuable lesson. If you're new here, consider signing up to walk the paths of wisdom with us. See you later.